Mystics of the World, Faqir Chand, written by David Christopher Lane, narrated by Jason Zenobia. Mystics of the World. In every culture, there are certain heroic individuals who transcend the ethical expectations of their given society. These women and men have been honorifically called by such terms as saints, prophets, yogis, and sages. Generally speaking, these visionaries represent the best of human evolution, stressing the need for compassion, for clear thinking, and for tolerance. A Radical One. Faqir Chand, 1886 to 1981, was one of the most remarkable Shabd Yoga masters to have ever lived. He was unique in his approach to spirituality since, unlike other gurus in the Radhasomi tradition, Faqir was remarkably honest and forthcoming about his limitations. He would often say that he could be wrong in his interpretations and asked other Sant Mat gurus to correct him if that was the case. However, none of them publicly corrected the great sage of Hoshiarpur, most likely because they, along with Faqir, were unaware of how and when their visionary apparitions manifested to their respective disciples. Faqir Chand was a devoted disciple of Maharishi Shivbrat Lal and was a steadfast follower of Radhasomi, meditating upwards to 12 hours a day. He became so adept at Surat Shabd Yoga that Faqir was appointed by his guru to be his chosen successor at the tender age of 33. But Faqir soon realized that the visions he had of his guru and other holy beings were projections of his own mind and thus were illusory. When this dawned on Faqir, he began to develop a deeper insight and asked, who is seeing the light and who is hearing the sound? Focusing on that substratum of awareness, Faqir realized the essence of Radhasomi as anami and without form. Although Faqir Chand was authorized to give initiation by both Shivbrat Lal and Sawan Singh of Beas, in 1942 he gave up the practice entirely. Instead, Faqir began explaining the teachings in a very honest and forthcoming manner, strongly arguing that we give far too much credit to our chosen gurus, believing they have omniscience and all powers, when in truth they lack both. Better for disciples to realize this and try to transcend the realm of mind and Maya. There are many books by and about Faqir Chand. Two that provide a glimpse of his life and teachings are the following: The Unknowing Sage, Illuminations. Prologue. Now you see no Jesus Christ comes from without in anybody's visions. No Rama, no Krishna, no Buddha, and no Baba Faqir comes from without to anybody. The visions are only because of the impressions and suggestions that a disciple has already accepted in his mind. These impressions and suggestions appear to him like a dream. No body comes from without. This is the plain truth. 1. Visions are only because of the impressions and suggestions that a disciple has already accepted in his mind. These impressions and suggestions appear before him like a dream. 2. So, whatever you have to gain, it is all with this faith and belief that your ideal is perfect. Whatever you gain it as per your own faith and belief. As a child gets motherly love from his mother, similarly the husband gets a wife's love from the same lady. 3. Once I was going, and Lord Krishna was going ahead of me. There was some cow dung lying on the ground. That image of Lord Krishna asked me to eat that cow dung. I took a morsel of cow dung and ate it. When I reached home, I thought that in no religious book is it written that an image of Lord Krishna or Rama has ever directed any disciple to eat cow dung. So I thought that it was not the real Krishna who had asked me to eat the cow dung. 4. It's either the faith that works or fate. My guru, Maharaj, someone called him uncle. Another thought of him as editor. Someone thought of him a beggar. I considered him something else. Whatever I considered him to be, I received from him in that capacity. Whatever others thought of him, they received in that capacity. Do you follow what I am saying? 5. Because I was searching for my final abode or source, I leave the mind. When I go within and meditate, I leave the shapes, forms, and colors. There is no form of the Guru, no shape, nothing else. 6. Only light and sound remain. 7. The entity that is inside me listens to the sound within and sees the light. That entity is something else entirely. The sound is something else. The light is something else. You listen to the sound within. You are separate from the sound. 8. You see sun or moon inside. See light within. Light is separate from the one witnessing the light. When I search for that entity or witness, I cease to exist. 9. This is our origin. What conclusion did I reach? When I found out that I do not manifest or appear within anybody, then I also leave the mind and all its appearances. Then remains light and sound. 10. Every 2 or 3 months, or sometimes every 3 days, when I go and search for that entity that listens to the sound, then my being disappears. What remains? Nothing. 11. Now I think to myself, if I have become something by reaching that place, if I can do something, then I should be able to remove all the problems that the world is facing right now. If they could, the ancestors from the past would have removed their problems or difficulties. Baba Sawan Singh would have removed his troubles. Swamiji would have alleviated his disease. Kabir had kidney problems for 10 years in the old age. 12. So what did I understand? What is my realization of this supreme element, tattva? I am a bubble of the supermost consciousness. 13. In the process of evolution, I appeared or manifested. Similarly, you also appeared. I did not exist before, and I won't exist again. 14. Only one element will remain from which this bubble came into existence. That element is sound. Its name is Nam. That Nam is not the sound of bells or conch. It's not the sound of Veena. It is the principal sound, Sa Shabad. This is what the Bani of saints mentions, Sa Shabad. 15. So after reaching this, what happened to me? What did I gain? I found peace. 16. Satsangis tell me that I go to help them in their dreams or while they're awake, but I have no knowledge of it. This opened my eyes to the reality. 17. What happened for me? The working of the mind, the wheel of thoughts in which I was caught up in, thoughts that made me cry, scream, and experience dukkha, came to an end. Why? Because I understood this. Just as I do not manifest in the minds of others, similarly, whatever manifests within me is imaginary. 18. I don't want you to consider Faqir Chand a guru. The true guru is within you. 19. Everything is inside you. You are already whole and perfect. Only your faith is needed. Everything is within. 20. Where we have to go, there is no Sat-Nam, no Nam, no Anami. Now, I think to myself, when my I ceases to exist there, what happens to me? Silence. It's a state where there is neither I nor you. In that state, there is no Ishwar, creator, no Paramishwar, God, or their thought. There is no mind, no chitta, intellect, no ahamkar, ego. 21. In that place there is no happiness or unhappiness, no truth or untruth, neither sin nor virtue. There is no day or night, no moon or sun. There is radiance without light. 22. Now at this age of 95 years, I live a life of peace and happiness. While knowing, I lead my life as if I know not. Epilogue. To his will I bow, to him alone I surrender. This is the last stage of my lifelong research. His will is supreme.